Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about all the tools or some of the tools that I use for my fragging sessions and the stuff that I use to maintain, clean and trim my corals. This is a small selection that I have here in front of me, and it's basic stuff. So I have some tweezers. Usually I use this to grab zoanthus. Of course I use this to cut coralline algae and anything that needs to be cut, hardcore stuff like heavy rocks. These scissors right here, I use these guys to, like, when I'm doing fragging and I need to hold something up, and like if I glue a piece of rock to a piece of rock and it needs to hold on tight. So I use these scissors. These are some type of weird scissors. You find these like in medical supplies. So they lock here. So if I need to grab like a small piece of rock that needs to be held, I use this to hold it, and then I remove it and when the glue is settled and done. These guys right here, I use this to cut soft corals. They are very useful. These scissors are from the freshwater people use this a lot to trim their plants, and I find them very highly useful to cut soft corals. They are great. I have two different types. I have these which are very long and straight, and then I have these guys that have a small curve. That curve helps to when you have something hidden, that it helps a lot. Then I have normal scissors. These basically I use this for my test. I use the HANA kits, so I use this to cut that basic stuff. Then I have the long tweezers, these guys right here. I use this basically in my Innoberry Marine to grab anything if I don't want to put my hand inside the tank. Scalpel, very useful when I need to remove or cut something. It's very sharp. I try to sharpen it every time that I'm done with it, so the edge doesn't go dull. And then I use these guys. I found these tools for like a dentist supply. I found them in eBay, and they are absolutely great, especially like to remove anemones, which I do have in that system over there in that corner. I use these to remove the food from the rock. Gently scrape the food little by little, and they work like a charm. I have different types. Obviously I use like this one with the tip, looks like a spear. I use this to remove hitchhikers, or if I have snails, like vermeted snails, I crush them with this thing. Also I have this right here. Also I use this tool to remove anything from like a frag plug or a rock. I use this tool a lot for either fragging or when I receive coral and the coral needs to be inspected and I see something that I don't like, I remove it with this. Very useful. Toothbrush to clean up algae, always very useful. Thermometer, digital thermometer, just to double check the water temperature once in a while. This guy right here, I use this for my watering test. So I set it up, like right now I set up for 10 milliliters, and it works really great. So because before I used to have to fill up the cuvettes from the HANA checker like little by little, but with this is just one shot, one big shot, and it goes straight up. And then I have different types of flashlights. I use this one. This one is the purple light, and this one right here is the normal light. So I use that to check at night to see if anything is out of place, out of the ordinary. And yeah, those are my tools. All right, guys. So the number one tool that I recommend to have, and is very much a luxury item if you can have this, but the Griffin XL saw is a wonderful, marvelous thing to have if you have coral and you want to start doing fragging and this stuff. This stuff cuts like a hot knife through butter. Perfect shapes. It's perfect. I use this machine not just for coral, but I also use it to do aquascaping. So I cut stone rocks with this. Now the blade, yes, it will go dull a little bit, and I might have to replace it faster than I'm anticipating. But the aquascapes, the possibilities that I can do with this blade are pretty much endless. Bad thing about it is the cleaning. Like after every session of cutting, it needs to be cleaned up, washed off, rinsed very thoroughly. It needs to be cleaned really good. Otherwise, the blade and the pulley system will go bad. And also the motor, I try to clean it and keep it very well maintained at all times after each use. So that is one tool that I consider to be my number one tool in my whole arsenal. By the way, the quarantine system, I haven't showed this, and I don't think I'm going to do a video about it because it's already I already showed my quarantine system. But right now I have a purple tank in here, right there. He's a scary cat. Every time that he sees me, he swims through that corner, and but he's doing very well. He's eating. He's been here almost a month. It's going to be a month and 1 week. He already passed all the medication. He's eating perfectly. His seaweed, mice, shrimp, everything. So he is going to the 120. Hopefully he's gonna get along with the yellow tank and everything will go well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, help me out. You know, I never thought in a million years I will have that many subscribers, but if you subscribe, it motivates me to keep doing this. In a quick recap here in my 120-gallon system, I have fish. As you can see, I have 2 little clowns. The clowns made it through quarantine and they are now living their life in the anemone cluster right here. The cowfish is doing his thing, looking for food like always. But yeah, I have fish now. I have a diatom bloom, as you can see in the sand bed, and I'm trying to remove it with calcium carbonate. I start doing that. It makes the water very clear, and I've been doing it for a couple of weeks now. It's hard to tell the difference, but I'm moving the sand because like after all my fish passed away, they really moved the sand, and now I don't have that many critters that do that. So I have to do it manually, like myself, and sometimes I forget, and that's why the sand looks like that. All right, so yeah, that's the system. Looks pretty. And here, the Innoberry Marine, I have these 2 fish. A couple of people told me about the yellow tank being here, going to call the cops on me, but I have good reasons to have this guy in here. So the plan is to move this guy to the 120, but I have a purple tank. The purple tank is in quarantine right now. If I move this guy to the 120 as it is, as right now, it's going to be a complete disaster. This guy is going to take over the tank and is going to control the whole tank. So I have to be patient, and I have to introduce them both at the same time, hoping that they will get along. So that is my next experiment that I'll be doing in the next couple of weeks, moving this guy with the purple tank and the 120. Hopefully they will do well. But the tank here is doing great. I also did the dosing calcium carbonate in here, and as you can see, the tank looks really clear, and the psoas are very bright. They were dying on me, and I start doing the dosing the calcium carbonate to clean up the water, remove all the cyanobacteria that is accumulating, and dosing some extra elements, minor trace elements, and it seems to be working pretty good.